Greetings and welcome to another video. So in this video, I am going to help you understand some things and become better at them when you're building your second life. Now, as you know, I am a big advocate on learning how to do stuff in Second Life on your own. Not only does it save you lindens, but it gives you a sense of accomplishment and a feeling of satisfaction. It encourages you to improve because, let's face it, in the real world, if you're not made of money, you're going to find ways to either be resourceful or make do with what you have. In Second Life, well, you know, things can be somewhat easier in regards to buying what we want, wearing what we want. And so, yeah, it's naturally easy to assume that you can just buy a house or pay someone else to terraform your land, pay someone else to decorate your house. And that's all well and good. If you have the lindens, then you just throw it away. You just whatever. But for those of us, which is pretty much the biggest majority of the population, except those 220 people that bought those lifetime premium and premium plus memberships, they must be awful rich. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to show you some things. Now, if you have been watching the lives, oh, oh, goodness me, then, well, you're brave for one, right? You're brave. And yeah, well, you know that I am working on updating a castle for someone. Now, this is the original, this is the only original part of the castle right here, okay? This and that and all of this. This is the Fabian Castle from Fabian de Santas. Now, she last updated that castle in 2012, but I believe that it originally came out in 2009, right? You can still buy it on the marketplace for about, a little bit over 4,000 linden. So now, when my friend put out the Fabian, the original castle, brought back a lot of memories because it was a very, very well-known castle, especially in Gorean RP. It was using the mega prints and sculpties, and the colors, the textures were a bit blurry, and I'm like, And here's the thing, my house is right over here, and I don't want to render my friend, right? And Wilson's here, and Wilson would have it worse. And Wilson would see it, and he would complain, and then he would tell me, and that'd be a problem. So I thought, well, I'll just, kind of refresh it a little bit. Well, there you go. That's what happened. That is. Oh, I gotta fix that. That is what happened. Still tweaking it and everything, but I thought that while I was doing some tweaking, that I could show y'all some easy things that will help your second life be less stressful, and you will get a sense of satisfaction to where you can be confident and maybe show other people. So we are going to use this little wall here as our test wall. Make sure it's not linked to anything. I am going to turn off the green lines because they're in my way and getting on my nerves. So we're going to go through, let's say we want to retexture this wall. All right. So instead of pulling out that texture organizer that's, 42 to 65 prims, looking for that texture that you want, keep your textures in your inventory like we all do, hobbyist builders and real builders. You know, you want to do the search. It's like, what y'all? We'll just go with wood, right? So go to wood, and then you filter it to textures, and you know, you look for wood textures. Now, if you have wood textures all in a row, like you know, the same from the same creator in the same folder, or what have you, and you want to see which each one looks, normally you may do like you may do that, or you may do this, and then you may do that, right? Now, if you did that for each one, it takes some time, right? Uh, Takes some time. I mean, even if you did it this way. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you want an overall idea without having to go by each one like that, so what you do is you would highlight the first texture that you want to see. You would hold down the shift key, and then you would go all the way down to whatever texture, to the last texture you wanted to see, right? So uh, we'll do this one. Now you see they're all highlighted, right? Well, you right click and then you hit open. And what it does is it pops up a little preview, right? You don't want to discard them. If you hit the discard button, they will be trashed. They're gone. Like gone. None, not there. And it's like, oh, I like that one. Now, instead of trying to look for the name of that texture, you know, in the ones you selected, all you do is this. Oh, ain't that nice? And then when you're done with it, okay, well, that's what that looks like on that wall. And then you want to do the same thing. Oh, it's a bit of a different hue, but I'm not so sure. And then you just hit OK. It's like, oh, this one's lighter. Oh, yeah, that kind of matches. I might keep that. I'll put it over here. Then you've got the little shade, right? And so if it gets to the point where, okay, yeah, all right, is there any different like styles, or it depends on the decor style? Like, oh, so you just hit OK. And when you hit OK, you know, they're still in your inventory. But if you hit discard, then they won't be in your inventory anymore. So that is the texture preview right there. It is very, very useful. And also another thing you can do, use the same wall, right? Now this is an unlinked wall, okay? It is unlinked. So I want to see what these castle tiles look like. So I'm just going to go from 1 to 17, and then I'm going to open it for the preview. But uh, what that look like? It's not too bad. Uh, uh, yeah. All right, now let's just say that I want to look at castle tile number 4. I highlight it, and I don't want to look at all the rest of them. I just want to look at like 14 and 16 and 17. So what you do is you hold down the control key, and I want to look at 14 and 15 and 17. Now, it's the same thing. You just right click to open, and it will only open up those textures that you highlighted, right? Okay. Hopefully that helped you out a little bit. That was just a little texture trick, you know, if you weren't aware of that. And well, that's going to be it from me, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you learned something. Bye.